Hey Film Studies class, this is Miss Paradise coming to you live from my bedroom, but not live because you're watching this probably tomorrow. I just wanted to give you guys a basic idea of what we're going to be doing this week and give you some tips for the quiz that you're supposed to take today. So everything that you guys are going to be doing on Canvas is what we were going to be doing in class. I just don't get the opportunity to explain it to you in person, and also you can ask me questions in real time. However, please feel free to email me anytime. I will be checking my email during school hours all the time. So email me your questions and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, and this is a learning curve for all of us, so we'll just kind of figure it out. Okay, but I did want to give you some tips on the quiz you're going to take, especially since we didn't get to finish watching the film that we were watching, the Book of Eli. But really, the only information that you need on the quiz is what we already filled out. And 7th period, we didn't fill it out, but I have it on Canvas for you. The directors, the date that it was released, and the names of the actors are the big part. But really the only other major part is you are supposed to talk about how it fits into the realm of dystopian film. So I wanted to go over that with you because that was the plan for Friday and at the beginning of class on Monday. So if you remember from your notes, might be handy to have that out right now, we talked about a lot of the different characteristics of dystopian film. Not all of these are seen in the Book of Eli. In fact, I gave you one in class that definitely was not on, or that is on the list, but isn't in the Book of Eli, and that is like a figurehead that everyone worships. You could make a case if you wanted to for Carnegie, but he really isn't, like, people fear him. He is not admired. So it doesn't really fit. Also, there isn't a lot of propaganda. That's another characteristic that we talked about that is in a lot of dystopian films, just not this one. Definitely the characteristic of information and independent thought being restricted is in the Book of Eli. If you remember, Carnegie talks about how after the war, most books were destroyed, and he sends people out looking for the book. And if you remember, the book is the Bible, and he wants to exploit the Bible and use it as a source of power over people. And Eli talks about how he just happened upon his copy of the Bible, and he's trying to get it someplace safe. So definitely things are restricted. Another one that we really don't see a lot is the citizens aren't under constant surveillance. They are kind of restricted in what they can and can't have. Remember, they have the little ration cards for water. But other than that, just the fact that everything is in short supply because of the catastrophic event, which does lead me to one of the characteristics that we do see, which is that the natural world is destroyed. And that's big in the Book of Eli. You can see that so many times. The roads being ruined, the fact that the sun is so bright, everybody wears sunglasses all of the time. Everything looks scorched, and things look like they have been bombed and stuff like that. So lots of evidence of the destruction of nature. And then the other big one is that the citizens live in poor conditions. Everybody is hungry, everybody is poor, especially the first time Eli walks through the city where Carnegie is. You see the people on the street and the babies are crying, and the guy who is charging Eli stuff for him, is looking for just like basic things like wet wipes and toys for kids. So we totally see a lot of just like what we would consider basic necessities that they don't have, running water and things like that. So on the quiz, you're going to have your normal multiple choice questions that we've done, or matching or stuff like that. But then another thing you're going to see is where it's going to ask you to write about how the Book of Eli matches up with the characteristics, which is what I just went over for you. The big thing that I want you to do, the only way to get full credit, is if you give specific examples. So don't just say that nature is destroyed. Give me a specific example from the movie that displays that characteristic. Okay? I hope you guys do well on the quiz. I'm sorry that we didn't get to finish it, but none of the questions on the quiz are contingent upon you having watched it in its entirety. Depending on when we get back to school, we may watch the last little bit, but I feel like it's a little silly to do so because it will have been 3 weeks since we watched the beginning of the movie. But as I put on Canvas, you can access the movie through all of the streaming services, except Netflix and Hulu. But it does cost. It isn't anywhere for free unless you do illegal things. And the most it is anywhere is $3.99. So if that's something you want to do, you can, but you are not required to do that. Okay? All right, well, I miss you guys. I wish I could see you. I hope you guys are having a good time, relaxing, sleeping in. I hope those of you who have jobs are still able to work at your places and that they haven't closed. Or if you want some time off, I hope that you get it. Again, please email me if you have any questions, and hopefully I'll see you guys at the beginning of April. Bye.